Hi, boys and girls. This is Dustin Pathways, uh, visiting Jake or Bukaj, if you prefer. For the next couple of days. He hasn't been doing all that great, with the divorce and him moving out and all the bad icky stuff associated with that. So, I'm just gonna help him relax a little bit. Uh, so far he's been doing a little bit better. He's in the living room. Uh, cried himself to sleep into a Shirley Temple or whatever the fuck he drinks nowadays. Uh, I'm trying to inspire him. I'm trying to inspire Jake. You know, and something beyond this his persona of you know I can spell my name backwards. It's all ominous. Yeah. Uh, anyways, and trying to trying to trying to show him, hey, dealing with this is not gonna be easy if you're gonna be a big puffy vagina about it, because people are gonna look at you and say, Jake, you're a big puffy vagina, and it's just not good. It's just not good. I try to tell him to relax a bit. Well, this isn't a bad thing. This isn't a bad thing. For one, was pussy that good? I mean, shit. I haven't had wood in like about 2 months. Hasn't bothered me. Mary Jane's the only girl I need. She doesn't scream and bitch at me. Well, unless I do a little bit of Colombian anthrax beforehand, but and a lot of things scream at me. A lot do that. But anyways, no. The point is, you can't take this as a bad thing. This is I know Jake's feeling really bad. I'm so taken advantage of. Pussy. Well, no. What needs to happen is you need to sow the oats or grow the seeds, if you will. Sometimes you need to lock yourself up and lock the seeds up. Put them in the dark. In the back of your locker. No light. Or maybe a fluorescent light. And check up on them. Make sure it's damp and wet and cold. Maybe a little bit dark. But life continues. Life continues. Life continues. And trying to get it through to Jake. That things are gonna be okay. Everything's okay. Tomorrow is gone, but yesterday is gone. Today, no. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's on its way. And and Jake's just gonna have to accept that, because tomorrow might be worse, tomorrow might be better, but it's not gonna be like this. And that's all I got. But in general, he's. I I think he's on his way. He's on his way. So don't want anybody to worry about that. Okay. This is Dusty. See you later.